Yo, what is up everyone? This is OJ over here from PlayerEssence, bringing you the latest news, rumors, and discussion on the Nintendo NX. So I saw this post for a couple of days, and I thought to myself, was I going to make a video on this or not? I know Lude Productions basically linked it again to me, and I just want to say thank you for linking it to me as far as this information, rumors on the Nintendo NX, specs and stuff like that. But I already saw it and I wasn't sure if I wanted to make a video on it or not, just because many people say that he's not very reliable. But the funny thing is that many people tell me that lots of people that I make videos aren't reliable, whether it's Emily Rogers or Super Metal Dave or wherever I get information from. Everyone's saying that nobody is reliable, so I don't think it's fair to discriminate because someone else said that whatever this person said is not reliable. So I'm going to talk about it. Like I said, once again, this is rumor. You can believe whatever you want. I'm not trying to push you in any way. I'm not trying to push any of this information that I give you as fact. I want to make sure that I let this be known because, like I said, there are busters in comment section that want to say, you're trying to push stuff as fact. No, I'm not. Anything that I say afterwards is my opinion. It's my opinion on this rumor, not that it's fact. So with that disclaimer out of the way, let's go ahead and jump right into this here. So 10K on his own Twitter has talked about the Nintendo NX specs, and this is what he's saying came from an NOE employee. The Nintendo NX reveal date planned for July 25th, 2016 may get moved to August 4th. It's a direct, a live presentation will come after. 8-core ARM Cortex V8 A72 processor, 1.6 gigahertz. Not final, was told it's underclocked on purpose for now. 12 gigabytes of LPDDR4 RAM, final, but how much to dedicate to OS isn't. Custom Polaris GPU, specs aren't final, so can't get the teraflop count. No HUD, just some flash memory. A core gamer SKU will have more onboard memory. Cartridges as media format, Nintendo making it cheaper for third parties. Screen in the controller, buttons on the controller, remote play, handheld in late 2017 that let you stream console games, final name not known by this employee, aiming for $339 for a launch price, region free, For Honor from Ubisoft is coming to Nintendo NX, Luigi's Mansion 3 launching day one with NX along with The Legend of Zelda, Super Smash Bros. For Wii U port will not be ready on launch day, aiming for release date no later than March 18th, 2017 for the Nintendo NX console. Later on, supplemental computing devices will be used to expand power of the console. Price point is being aimed at $150 for the supplemental computing device. Will not be available day one with Nintendo NX. Console was supposed to hit in 2016, but a combination of things, not enough software, logistics, some third-party iffy on cartridges is what caused it to be delayed to 2017 of March. Alright, so now I wanted to go into my opinion on some of this news here. So they talk about ARM being the processor that they're going to be using, and it seems like this has picked up a little bit of steam here because Emily Rogers also discussed how that the Nintendo NX is not using x86 architecture, and there's been other various topics and videos of people saying why ARM might be a little bit better for the console than x86. As far as the no HUD, that seems like something Nintendo would do, have flash memory, and then have a core gamer SKU for something a little bit more. They did the same thing with the Wii U. Who knows if they will do the same, but that is something that they could do. I would just think that they would have to include far more than 32 gigabytes. I think that would have to be given, considering that if you want people to download your digital games and not have to buy a whole nother hard drive, although that is something that you probably have to do on PS4 and Xbox One if you're always buying games as well. But we'll see how much memory that they do include for the core gamer SKU if that does turn out to be true. Cartridges, that's probably the big thing there. It seems like cartridges are a blessing, but then also a little bit of double-edged sword because some developers might be a little iffy on them. But I think that once Nintendo gets the specifics hammered out and they really get the prices in there for some third-party developers, and they see other third-party developers using the cartridges, if it does turn out to be true, not saying that it's 100% fact, I'm just giving my opinion on this rumor, guys. Just want to let that be known. If that does turn out to be true with the cartridges, I think once developers start seeing the good things that benefit from them, and even with the handheld, that could produce more of them jumping on board. But for now, Nintendo just needs to gather all the developers who want to do this and what they can do to help as far as helping developers get out games and things like that, in addition to their own games, and just try to have the best launch that they can. So a couple cool things here. For Honor coming to Nintendo NX. I can see this happening because Nintendo and Ubisoft actually have a good relationship despite how it ended with the Wii U. Ubisoft was disappointed that Nintendo didn't push their system more, and they constantly looked for Nintendo to continue pushing their system and to see if the unit counts went up. But once they saw that the unit sales weren't going up, they decided to abandon it. But that doesn't mean that they're going to completely jump away from Nintendo's next system. If Nintendo can put together a solid package for them and Ubisoft can get some promotion like they did with Zombie U as far as a bundle goes, I think For Honor and Ubisoft's games will come to the Nintendo NX because Ubisoft was actually a big supporter of the Wii U early on. Next, Luigi's Mansion, we've talked about that. That would be cool. Zelda, that would also be cool. I think Zelda and Luigi's Mansion is a lot better launch lineup than Nintendo Land and New Super Mario Bros. Aiming for release no later than March 18th, 2017. Yeah, probably, just because March, that's when they said it was going to come out, so I can see that. And then you have to look at their financial briefing, the year-end sales. You want to get that launch in there so you can talk about that, so that seems likely. Screen with the controller on it, we'll have to wait and see. That seems more like a Wii U situation, but it could be a smaller screen, which would be okay, or like a touchpad type screen like the PlayStation 4 has. That would actually be, I think, a welcomed addition because that's not really something that's too big and bulky or gimmicky. So we're gonna have to wait and see on that. Remote play, that'd be cool. Remote play is cool, but you know, it's one of those things to where it shouldn't be the focus of the system. The focus should, of course, be the gameplay experience. I do like the 12 gigabytes of RAM. That's a lot of RAM. I don't know what LPDDR4 RAM is, but hopefully that's good. It sounds good. So we're just going to have to wait and see. With 12 gigabytes, that's a nice size up from the 8 gigabytes that's on the PS4 and Xbox One. And I know some people might be thinking, oh, that's so much. And actually it's not. My PC that I bought last year has 16 gigabytes. I think Obi-Wan's PC has 32 gigabytes of RAM. So that's really not a lot, 12 gigabytes. So I don't see that as being a problem as far as Nintendo putting that much RAM in there. That wouldn't be an issue at all. Reveal planned for July 25th. That would be good, but that would be before the whole rumored Tokyo Game Show. Not really much to say on that. There's all sorts of dates floating around at this point. Supplemental computing device, that's stuff that I've already talked about. And console was supposed to be 2016, but was delayed because of stuff. And you can kind of see that with what Mr. Kimishima was saying, like, hey, we need to make sure that we get our software ready. You're missing the year-end sales season, that's okay. We're going to just make sure it launches with our software. I think if Nintendo had their way, if all the software was ready and everything, if they could have got everything ready, then it would have been 2016, but it just wasn't. So therefore it's March, which is a really weird for a console launch. I know that portables have done that before. Weird for a console, but hey, it'll work out. Nintendo is definitely going to do what they can to make sure this system is successful, and if it has to be a March launch, then it's a March launch. Alright, so that basically wraps it up for this one here. Go ahead and hit that like button if you did like this video. Let me know you guys want more content like this going forward in the future, and also subscribe to PlayerEssence for more news, reviews, trailers, tips, and tricks, and everything on the Nintendo NX. Thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you for the next video. Peace.